blessed, 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 blessed. Late in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn it around and around and around and around and around. Yeah. Okay. But you are too blessed to be stressed, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance, and let's just get straight into it. Regardless if you believe in religion, spirituality, ancestors, and universe, you have to know that your inner has to be at peace and relaxed and blessed before you can receive materials and anything externally. And once you realize that a peace of mind is one of the number one blessings in this world, you can learn to not be so stressed and overwhelmed. And I know you may be going through trials and tribulations, or you've been through a lot of trauma and just corruption, confusion, and chaos. But speaking from experience, what has helped me along my healing journey was to realize that if I am mentally and emotionally stable and I am living, I still have the time and the energy and effort to pour into myself. Now, of course, when we're going through trials and tribulations, when we're going through obstacles, it does seem overwhelming. It can seem like it's the end of the road. Shout out to Boys to the Men. Like, when you're going through things and you don't see the outcome, you can get frustrated. You can feel angry. Like, you have to realize that in order for you to realize how blessed you are in your spirit and in your mind and in your heart, is for you to realize that some days you may feel frustrated, and that's okay. So the first thing you have to do to order to continue to feel blessed psychologically and consciously is to accept when you're not feeling blessed and to vocalize it. So for example, when you're going through hardships, how's this making you feel? When we go through things and we don't have the guidance, we don't have the wisdom, we don't have the support, we don't have the resources, we could feel like we're a failure. We can feel like we're not going to be successful. And that's when things seem hard and difficult. And I want you to know that in that moment, everything that you're feeling is valid, but there are valuable lessons in life for you to learn. And I know you don't want to hear that, but that is what's going to help you shift your perspective. Now, of course, when you don't have certain resources, I don't think it is fair to me or to you to compare yourself to people who have what it looks like more, whether it's based off of monetary wealth, whether it's support, whether it's love, like resources, because you're not them. And when you see other people live the life that you want and you don't come from the same background, it can cause you to feel discouraged. And when you're feeling discouraged, when you feel like a failure and you feel like you don't have certain resources to live your life, why would you think you're blessed? Once you define your definition of blessed and what that looks like to you, it doesn't have to be what society says or anybody else, even myself. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You won't be so like overwhelmed. You won't be bent out of shape about living a certain life, because it's like all of us have our own path. Everyone is not going to experience the same thing. So yes, it's nice to see people live certain lives. It's nice to be exposed to certain things, but it may not always be for us, and that's okay. So it's like, instead of feeling so overwhelmed and frustrated, just look at where you are. And as you grow older in life, as you grow along your journey, at any point of your life can change. And for me, what I've realized to help me to continue to be blessed is that my life is constantly changing. And it's like, once you're learning to change, you start to look at life differently, and you start to realize, you know what? I am okay with where I am right now. Like, yes, it would be nice if I had certain things, or yes, it would be nice if you were able to do certain things, but that doesn't mean that you're not blessed. Like, comparing yourself to other people is not going to help you be blessed. Worrying about things that you don't have control over, it doesn't take away from your blessing, but it's not adding to your blessing. So what I want you to do when you see this video, or even in the comment sections, is let me know what it means to be blessed to you. So for example, I'll go first. Being blessed for me is just being alive and being healthy. Like, to me, a win is a win. A win is a win. Once I start editing, you guys, I'm gonna put in the clip. But if you know where that's from, let me know in the comment section. But a win is a win. As long as I'm healthy, as long as I'm waking up, I could take my time to get where I want to be, because there is no specific path. Sorry, you guys. There's no specific path on how to live life. Like, we're all living life for the first time as ourselves in this reality, of course. Now, previous lives and other lives, that's a different topic for a different video. But like, stressing ourselves out, knowing that we have to work with what we have to work with what we have, excuse me, okay? And just realizing that if we don't have help and resources, that doesn't make us not blessed. Like, just because you see other people receive certain things, you don't know what they've done to get those things. So it's really important to, like I said, to not compare yourself, because I honestly feel like, from experience, observation, working with you guys, answering common questions daily, have noticed that a lot of my supporters and my clients and people I've met in real life compare themselves, and they take themselves away from their blessings. I've never compared myself to anybody, because I know how fortunate I am, like I said, psychologically and spiritually in the inside. Materials come and go. We as people put the titles and the value on materials. Like, this, you guys, is what? Plastic. This is a black screen, but we use it for a lot of different ways. Like, you have to define your definition as blessing. You have to define your definition of a blessing, or being blessed, excuse me. Also, like I said, not comparing yourself, realizing what you do have. And when you don't feel like you're where you want to be, learn to be grateful. So that's the second challenge. I want you to list 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for. Once you define your definition of being blessed and receiving a blessing, once you stop comparing yourself, once you realize that your life and your path and your circumstances is not like anybody else's, you can realize what you're grateful for. So when you do feel overwhelmed, when you do feel frustrated, I want you to ask yourself, are you not blessed? Or are you just not happy with where you are right now? Or is it that you want desires? And it's nothing wrong with wanting desires, but it's like, not in a greedy way, of course, because we don't condone greed and gluttony over here, okay? But it's like, once you realize that sometimes you are extremely blessed, but you don't have like fancy clothes or a fancy car or whatever it is that you want, you'll realize like, okay, maybe I'm being a little bit too hard on myself, and I do have certain resources, I do have certain tools, I do have, certain information. Learn to be grateful for this. And as long as you are trying to work towards what it is that you want, knowing that you can achieve it. But I don't want you to feel like you're not blessed just because you don't have what everybody else has. And like I said, from experience, observation, working with you guys, and just answering common questions, that's what I noticed. Like, you do have to practice this though, because naturally being alive and just living is a blessing. But if you're not exposed to life, like if you haven't gone through life or death situations, or maybe you're used to having everything, sometimes you can be ungrateful. And as your favorite mental health specialist, we're here to be accountable. It's not an attack. You do have some people in this world that are used to getting everything their way. And when things don't work out their way, they feel like they're not blessed. And that's not just what it is. Sometimes it may not be your time to receive certain things, or maybe something is not for you. That still doesn't take away your blessings. And I need you to know that, too, in order for you to continue to be blessed, you have to make sure, like I said, you're being honest about how you feel. Like, it's okay if you're ungrateful, or maybe you have absolutely nothing. Maybe you're not used to being blessed or feeling blessed. You have, like I said, every right to be angry and frustrated, because you're trying to understand what your purpose is in life. You're trying to figure out, am I really blessed, or is my life going to be horrible for the rest of your life, based off of the circumstances, based off of what you've been exposed to. So I think I'm gonna end off the video like this. But what I will say to you, because I see this all the time, especially on TikTok, nobody can take your blessings from you. Nobody. Because if you do believe in God, if you do believe in the ancestors, universe, whatever you want to believe in, they're in control. And they use certain people, places, and things. So regardless if it's light or dark, nobody can take nothing from you. And you have to believe that. You have to know that you are blessed. You have to believe and know that anybody or anything externally that tries to come up against you, they're coming against your God. They're coming against your ancestors. They're coming against the universe. And last time I checked, they have more superpowers than us people. We are dust. We are ashes. That's why people say ashe with the S at the end. Ashes. Ashes to ashes, dust to us. We all fall down in the ground or in the ocean. Okay? So it's like, make sure you surround yourself with people who feel blessed. Don't worry about people trying to take anything from you. If something was removed for you, 99% of the time it's not for you, and that's okay. Like I said, your blessings are for you. Your blessings, if it is monetary, if it is external, are going to come in the season and the time it's supposed to. And when things don't happen when you don't want them to, don't, like I said, be so hard on yourself. And if you do feel hard on yourself, you just have to elaborate why you feel frustrated, why you feel overwhelmed. But once you know that you're blessed, you'll never be stressed. And you just have to keep practicing this. You have to know that once you choose to be blessed, you will no longer be stressed. We don't need to be stressed. I'm not going to be stressed for 2025. This doesn't mean that we don't have emotions, we don't have feelings, we don't feel some type of way, but it's like, you're blessed. If you woke up today, you're watching this video, you're blessed. You may not have what you want, but like I said, just because you don't have certain things doesn't mean that you're not blessed, okay? So if you have questions, comments, and concerns about blessings, questions about healing, mental health, and etc., and transmitting this negative energy into positive energy, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're commenting down below, turn on your post notifications, and subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms. All the information will be down in my description box below. And if you're interested in a service, head to my website at TiGuidance.summer.com and make sure you guys are following me on my Instagram and TikTok. I will be going live answering common questions and concerns about this, as well as posting a poll on my story about certain topics that you guys want me to address as a poll, as well as the community section here on YouTube, until we reach our goal. Okay, we're trying to reach our goal. So make sure you like this video, comment, and don't be afraid. If you watch the video all the way to the end, or if you watch other videos, these videos are for you. They're not for me. They're for you. But the teamwork makes the dream work, okay? Love you, bye. You are blessed. Don't be stressed. We are too blessed to be stressed. And lastly, put that in the comment section if it resonates with you. And learn to verbally say it out loud. Even if, like I said, you are not where you want to be, I am too blessed to be stressed. Try it. Try it for the next 7 days, 21 days, 30 days, or a year, and see how things work out. Remember, what you say comes back to you. You can't say the power of the tongue is powerful and say negative things, okay? Love you, bye.